Hello y'all. Welcome to part 9 of my Imperial State of Iran Fascist Path playthrough in Hearts of Iron 4 mod, The Road to 56. In part 8 we fought the Soviet Union in a war that isn't exactly over yet, and I need to shuffle some of my divisions around. So we have an army in Mexico for some reason. I thought Mexico, who was in the Axis, was going to get attacked by the USA who joined the Comintern, but that's not going to happen, it looks like. And we have 21 divisions here just not doing anything, so send them back to Iran. Actually put them in the Caucasus front, have them set up there, and I gotta shuffle around more units. And let me go to our puppet, the Republic of China, and they're over here. Request all their divisions and send them to Central Asia. I need 24 divisions, and give me the rest, please. 24 divisions. Take all these Chinese divisions, put them here in this new army. Get them a new commander. And put them in Central Asia, give them the color of, say, cyan or whatever, or blue. Put them here in Central Asia. We'll have two armies. We'll take all the divisions of China. I mean, they're being helped out a lot by our Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Spear allies anyway. So take the rest of their forces, and plus they can just build back their army anyway. They should be able to. They have tons of manpower. It's China. Take all these divisions too, and bring them together. Take these two divisions, actually, give these infantry divisions over to the 4th Army, who's now going to be situated in the Caucasus region, even though they have a long voyage ahead of them in order to reach this front, because they got to go all the way from the border, the Mexico-U.S. border, to what amounts to Europe, essentially. It's a long trip either way. And so, get a new army here, get them a new commander, Omid Abad. He should be fine. He's just a generic commander, but he'll be the guy we use. Set them up in Central Asia as well as the 6th Army. The 6th and 5th Army will watch Central Asia. And as soon as they're set up, the 1st Army will move to the Caucasus region as well. And so overall, our strategy is going to become to push into the European part of Russia, which has a lot of the industrial heartland of the Soviet Union. And so right now, our offensives are going to come to an end. Just slow those down for now, and we won't do anything. Don't do anything with that, please. We just need to build up resources and supplies, get an artillery research done here in the research tree, start researching that, build some military factories, actually no, build some railways in the Caucasus region, and just expand upon what we have here. Do all of this. We need to have the best railways possible for our supplies, and build some military factories as well. We may capture some, but we can't really rely on them since we're going to be dealing with a lot of resistance in Central Asia and Europe. Well, Russia in general, which is controlled by the USSR. And for modifying our government, let's go to social order. Select, say, cultural norms. Would that be useful, maybe? Or no, to greater good? I don't know, no. Revolutionary minds, no. Let's go with cultural norms, even if it'll cost us a little bit of stability. And so we have to use these war propaganda decisions when possible. Oh, we can rename Stalinabad. Interesting. Huh. You can have a Persian name. I guess whatever the Iranian language name is. So let us get these air wings here. We have 2 air wings not doing anything. Set them up in this air base in the, I guess what could be in Armenia. Put them there and use this air base in Trebizond, and get about 100 fighters and just build up a ton of these air wings and just have them ready to go for the big push. So we're very much planning an offensive in the northern Caucasus region, the Kuban region, I guess you could call it. And so once these units are ready to go, we'll just drop tons of planes. We'll just send up tons of planes to take on the USSR in what could open the gateway to us taking over Moscow in the future, even though that's being very hopeful. So that's 100 dive bombers. Get 100 more dive bombers, please. Or no, we used all of them. Okay, 50 dive bombers. Yeah, 50 should be fine. Let's get 50 standard bombers too, medium bombers. Get them. Set them up here. There we go, almost done. So that's 3 new air wings established. Can we get any more fighters at all? Yes, we can use all these Hawks, which we have for some reason. So take all these Hawks, all these Hawk biplanes, almost done. There we go. How many more air wings can we get? Is that it? I believe that's it for fighters and close air support and bombers. Alright, so we have everything getting prepared for our push eventually. So now we just need the troops of the 4th Army to arrive. We may start actually earlier than expected, but we gotta wait for these units from Asia to get set up. Put these guys in their own army. They're not gonna have their own commander, I think, but it's fine. And let's add Army 4 to Army Group 1. That is done. Army 1 will now just watch the border until those 2 armies from China can arrive and get into position. Please move, don't go on offensive, just get where you need to be. Just if you're busy fighting anyone, don't do that. Let the Japanese do all the fighting there. They're making pretty good progress in Siberia and Mongolia, and now a few countries have cancelled Lend-Lease they had with us, oh well. And here's some Lend-Lease from Romania. That's a pretty nice of you, Romanian legionary state, I'll take that. And what can we do here? Research slot available. And let us do, what can we do here? Let's research lighter cartridges, get that done. So we've stopped here in the Northern Caucasus region, and as well as Central Asia. We're silent on both fronts, we're just defending now and carrying on any assaults we were having to do before. Are these units here yet? Please get faster. Please get into Central Asia faster. Get there. Just get there. And now Malaysia cancels their Lend-Lease. Here's some Lend-Lease from China. Thank you. How many factories do we have on guns? Quite a bit. And now the Polish Peasant Union and the French Republic declared war on the German Reich. And both of those countries, I'm pretty sure, are part of the Allies. So the Germans now have to fight on 2 fronts, but it may not be so bad for them because the Polish Peasant Union is currently fighting off the Comintern, and now they're stuck on 2 fronts themselves. France also is going to have to take on the Italians and the Germans at the same time, so that doesn't seem too fun. And is that a naval invasion into the UK? It looks like it. The Italians sent a naval invasion into Scotland. Wow, that's crazy. And Thailand canceled their Lend-Lease. And Italy is trying to push here, or no, they're doing with naval invasions in North Africa, I think. I don't know how effective that's going to be. They're also fighting the British in what looks like Somalia and parts of Ethiopia. Research slot available. What can we research? Research this here. Infantry. Let's go ahead and do improved desert and jungle clothing. Get all that done. Are these units ever in position? Please get here faster. So these units are making their way forward. Good. Just get here. Come on. Keep holding the line. Don't lose any ground, please. Just hold on to everything we have. And the enemy is trying to push forward. Make sure don't break through. Don't go on any offensives unless you have to. Who's left? Who is left? How is the 4th Army doing? They're making their way across the Atlantic now. And that's just such a long voyage. I think they're getting harassed by enemy ships as they go along. Yeah, they're being attacked by American submarines. We've lost a couple of convoys. Oh well, Hungary wants to send us some Lend-Lease. Thank you. Thank you to that. And how is Italy doing? Did they take that port? It looks like they did. So now the Italians have a port in Orkney, which they will use to supply their troops that are going to be pushing into the UK, it seems. Free military factories. Let me get some steel traded with our puppet. Get some steel from China. And do that now. Thank you for the steel. The fall of Manila has occurred. Okay then. We need more soldiers in the Caucasus region. Come on. Can these guys ever get up here from China? We need to move the 1st Army. I apologize for the flashing. The Republic of Indonesia. There was some kind of white peace there. I'm not sure what happened with that peace treaty. But what happened here? So Indonesia is now an independent state, is that right? They're part of the Comintern though, so... Oh well, I guess Japan wanted... I think the reason we're at war with Indonesia is because Japan is at war with them. So that could be... Yeah. I think Japan wants the East Indies. The Dutch... They wanted the Dutch East Indies. And so they're stuck fighting against Indonesia. And now the Union of Soviet Republics is influencing our politics. I mean, they are influencing our foreign policy, aren't they? Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be too bad for us. Now let's get passive sonar research, even though I don't think we even have much of a navy. And I need more soldiers here. Come on, get into position. 4th Army's still taking their sweet time across the Atlantic. They're having to go around Africa. I wish we controlled the Suez Canal. Why can't you just use that? Is Italy, did it get blown up or something? Oh my goodness gracious. That is ridiculous. And it looks like the Italians are pushing into French Syria. which is, yeah, that's a big deal. They're pushing into Aleppo. And how is that Italian invasion of the UK still ongoing? They're still moving into Scotland. Are my soldiers ever in position? I don't know. Here's some Lend-Lease. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm not going to probably recruit as many divisions as I've been recruiting. Let's stop recruiting any divisions right now. I need guns. We need infantry equipment. And here we go. Get these guys here. Bring them over to Army 2. Get them there. And so, what else do I need? Any more weapons? Yes. Get more weapons. Now the Philippines has capitulated. They were a puppet of the USA. And the reason we're even at war with the USA is because the Japanese wanted the Philippines, and so they're a puppet of the US. And when they attacked, the Philippines called in the USA, and so they joined a Comintern in response. And let's see the focus, maintain air-land links, and Dutch. Dublin falls to Spanish troops. Interesting. So the Spanish are invading Ireland. It looks like the Spanish, well, it's the communist Spanish state that is taking place there. And a lot of invasions going on right now in the British Isles. And get this, another factory on small arms, please. And at this point, let us move all of Army 1 over to the North Caucasus front and leave these two armies here. Hold on, actually, let me fix this. So these guys are going to hold the line here, just dig in, and don't give up any territory. Meanwhile, Army 1 has to be sent off. We had to reshuffle things, well, good enough so that we don't just lose the ground we took earlier, we battled for in the first place. Get these units here, bring them over here, come on, get a move on. There we go. So they're leaving the area. These are veteran troops, they're veteran Iranian units, so I'm expecting them to be very successful against the Soviet lines whenever we push into that region, the North Caucasus region, and into Russia proper. And now get construction for research, get that done. How's that 4th Army doing? Are they making their way? This is such a long voyage with them. Now they're getting past East Africa, and now they got to go through the Gulf of Persia, the Persian Gulf here. Yeah, they got to get past Oman, and then they'll be on their way. So to go ahead and launch the offensive or no? Whatever, just get Army 1 over here, please. How are these guys holding out now? At least they had some time to get into their positions. We lost some land, I think. Don't lose anything else, though. I beg of you. Keep holding your ground. Yeah, we're going to have to face some problems there, but it's not too bad. And the Bornu Empire has capitulated. How is Army 4 doing? They are definitely going to be later than the 1st Army, but once they're all in position, we'll begin the offensive and hopefully drive back whatever the Soviets have in front of us in that front we've been planning to attack for some time now. Put more factories on guns, please. We always need more equipment. And we have a non-aggression pact offer from Brazil. Thailand wants us to join their wars or something. Or they were offering to join our wars? I don't know. I don't entirely know. And so, let's grab these units here. French Syria is still holding out somehow. They don't have a port anymore, though. So that is a big deal. Thailand's going to give us some Lend-Lease. Thank you, Thailand. And how is the German Reich doing? They're pushing more into France. The Italians are encountering more trouble at Fort William. Well, they reached Fort William, Scotland. I'm surprised. Well, it's sort of impressive they're making much progress at all. I guess the British are too invested fighting the Japanese and say, I guess, fighting Africa, perhaps. And now, are these guys here yet? Please get there. How's Army 4 doing? They're on land for the most part, but they just got to get across our territory. And now the Malaysian National Union has come into existence, and they're fighting against the UK, I think. They're going against British Malaya. It's effectively a Malaysian civil war that is part of World War II in this world. So here's some divisions. Here's a division from Gabon, I think, our puppet in Africa. Bring this puppet unit from Africa to Army 3. Any more puppet units? Any more? No, is that it? Okay, good. We don't have to keep track of all of those. And why is there a Japanese division here? Huh. Okay, whatever. Wow, we lost part of Cameroon. We lost part of Cameroon to the Comintern. Okay, then. So get more weapons put together, please. And it's the offensive nearly ready. Get there, come on, 4th Army. I know you guys had the most strangest of trips to Mexico in the first place for an offensive that I thought would take place, but it never did. And now let's unlock dive bombing, get that done. Passive sonar is done. Good. And smoke generators, research that. Improved desert and jungle clothing is completed. And now let us complete. Let me do some stuff for the. Oh, we already have stuff for cold weather. We're fine there. Mechanized industry. Do convoy highways. Get that research for better supply stuff. Better supply in general. And let us now set up this offensive line once and for all. And then we shall begin our brutal attack into the USSR from this area we have here. So get rid of this offensive line. Drop a new one to address the new order of battle here. And we'll push from Rostov over to our lines in Central Asia and try to take Stalingrad and all those places in Kalmykia and the Kuban region in general and Rostov. So keep getting our units put together, come on, get into position, and then we can start the madness, the chaos that will inevitably take place as we try and push hard into the Soviet Union in that area. So get this unit from Army 2, well, get that unit for Army 2, and let's go ahead and deploy these planes here and have them go up and see what they can do. Close air support and fighter support. Begin the offensive now. Launch it. And is it going well? Let me see. Green bubbles. A lot of green bubbles. That's what I want to see. Come on. Just pierce through their lines. Punch through. Come on. Punch through these 4 divisions. Congo has capitulated. That's our puppet, so that's not good. I blame the Comintern. We shall avenge you, Congo. Not to worry. We shall avenge you indeed. So get through these guys here, hopefully. And I think the veteran First Army will have no problem just getting through the Soviet formations, their defenses in general. But the more greener troops may have problems. And Hungary demands some land from Yugoslavia. How's that going? I think they got what they wanted. Yeah, Yugoslavia returned it, so they got the land they wanted. Pretty bold move by Hungary there. Yugoslavia is not part of any faction, I think. Yeah, no, they're not part of any faction, but they are guaranteed by the UK and the Czechoslovak Republic and France, but I don't think that's going to matter at this point. Now in the focus tree, let's do import tank designs, get that done. Italy's still going wild in England, that is absurd, and that is just crazy. They're going to push to London. They took Liverpool, even though they kind of got cut off. They might go for London soon. They'll have to go for London eventually. And now the Polish Peasant Union is trying to push into the USSR, gaining ground here. As expected, good, keep advancing forward. The fall of Singapore has occurred as a victory for Japan. That definitely is a victory for them. And with that said, I'm going to end what is part 9 of my Imperial State of Iran Fascist Path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, the Road to 56 here. If you enjoyed the mod, you can check it out in the video description. The link to it is there. And if you enjoyed the video itself, make sure to like and subscribe.